I think naturally just really enjoyed singing and humming as like a tiny child. And then my grandfather was a music teacher and was in musical theater in town, and had been a barbershop quartet champion, and so it was like a musical guy. And I was sort of around it sort of through him, and then took some singing and dancing classes as a kid, like most kids do. And for me it just stuck, at least the singing did, that I would make up songs, and once I was a teenager, taught myself guitar so that I could properly write songs and accompany myself when I sang. And I just always was really loved to sing. That was my thing, and I knew in some way, shape, or form I'd get to do it, like for my career, but I didn't know how or when. I was like doing sort of, I feel, a little bit more folky stuff for a while, and was really like had always had my acoustic, and I was very resistant to change. And my manager actually suggested that I try out an electric, and I fought him on it a bit, like being like, nah, I don't really want to play electric guitar. No, and finally I did, and then once I actually tried it, I loved it. Well, I had a Fender thin line Telecaster from like 1972, which I still have, and it just is the perfect weight and grip. Like I really felt like I could wrap my arms around it, and I felt like it kind of like it was easier to play. I feel electrics are somehow easier to play than acoustics, and it sort of changed the way I was writing and reacting to like being a guitarist, because I had always just primarily been a rhythm guitarist to accompany myself. But then I got my Telecaster, and I started sort of wanting to like get more into the guitar and rocking out a little more. And once I found that model, I've just stuck with it. There was just a sound that I could have accomplished more so with electric than acoustic that I was sort of trying to do, and so I really needed to make the switch, and once I did, I loved it. I normally kind of felt like it was just whatever was going on in my life, any kind of relationship, romantic relationship, or 9 out of 10 songs I write are completely autobiographical. Just sort of like how I react to the world around me, what I think about what's going on from day to day. I might just be going for a walk and see something that makes me think, and then that leads to me coming up with a melody and some words, and then it may turn into a song. It took me a long time once I moved to LA to sort of get to where I am now, and I still have quite a bit of work to do. But if you love singing and you love writing and you love playing music, like live especially I love, then you're just gonna do it, and you're gonna find a way to do it. And other people might be like, comparing who's on the charts and who's this and who's that, and what success is to other people. I think a lot of artists just think they're successful if they're playing music. But I think I was just sort of delusional when I was like struggling, that I thought I was doing really great. and I had so much fun, just playing gigs and like growing up and becoming an adult and stuff. Yeah, yeah.